Alright, today we're going to look at two different things. First is the slope from a graph, and second is the slope given 2 points. So when we first look at slope of a graph, the four options we have are positive, negative, 0, and undefined. So the graph on the left is a positive slope. We need to find out exactly what that slope is. So we talk about rise over run. The rise is the vertical change, up or down. The run is left or right, the horizontal change. So we talked about in class, if you go up, it's positive. If you go down, it's negative. If you go right, it's positive. If you go left, it's negative. If I look at this example up here, if you notice the blue points are the points we're going to look at. We want to find points that go through the grid lines. So if I did have to pick a point, I want it to be a nice even point. So in order to get from this left blue point to the right blue point, I want to see how many points I go up. If I want to box it out here or make a triangle, I went up 1, 2, 3. Since I went up 3, it's positive. And I went to the right 1, 2, 3, 4. Since I went to the right, it's positive as well. So I always look to simplify. 3 over 4 stays as 3 over 4. I can't simplify that, so the slope would be up 3 over 4 or 3 over 4. That would have to work for everything. So if I went up another 3 and to the right 4, I would end up with another point on the line. The graph on the right here, it's going down, so it's a negative slope, but again, I need to find out what that slope is. Now if we look here, we don't have any points. So we have to find nice even points that go through. I'm going to pick this one here and this one right here. How do I get from one point to the next? I always like going left to right. So in this case, I'm going to go down. So I went down 1. So since I went down 1, it's negative. And I went to the right 2. Since I went to the right, it's positive. So down 1 to the right 2, which would give me negative 1/2. If I wanted to look how do you get from right to left, I would have went up 1, which is positive. But then I would have went left 2, which is negative. Negative 1 over 2 and 1 over negative 2 are the same thing. We talked about in class a horizontal line would be a slope of 0. A vertical line would be a slope that is undefined. Okay, the four different types. If we were to have 2 points here and have to find the slope, we use what's called the slope formula. So we talked about m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That's our slope formula. It's a formula that's not given to you guys on the readings exam. We would have to memorize it. We have 2 points here. I'm going to label these points x1, y1, x2, y2. And what I tell my students is I tell them to make a shell of the formula. So wherever there is a set of parentheses is where I would substitute a value in. So the top left here would be y2, which is negative 7, minus y1, negative 19, over x2, which is negative 2, minus x1, which is 1. I don't want to simplify here. I would type the numerator into my calculator, negative 7 minus negative 19, which is 12, negative 2 minus 1, which is negative 3, and I always look to simplify. 12 divided by negative 3 is negative 4, or negative 4 over 1. So that would be our slope there. Okay, hopefully this helped, guys, and thanks a lot.